Welcome back, Dhamma friends. We are going to start off our morning talk, our main Dhamma sharing about the Triple Gem meditation. First of all, I have some very layman questions, not the monks' questions. The first question is, why Buddha Anussati? Why a meditation about the Buddha? Why a meditation about the Dhamma? Why a meditation about Sangha? Why not Anapanasati? Why not Vipassana? Why not Samatha? Right? Why not 32 body parts of the body? Right? Why not them, and why the Buddha's qualities? Why the Dhamma's qualities? Why the Sangha's qualities? Maybe just why only the Buddha's qualities? Any guess? Yes, please, and yes. I could not hear that. Sorry. What did you say? Out of gratitude. Yes, that is a motivation part, why we do. But I'm asking, why can someone pick up Buddha Anussati over breath meditation or other meditations? Of course, we are grateful, but why? It is because not everybody can do every meditation. Because we all have different characters, temperaments. Last year, in a retreat somewhere, somebody asked me a question under this reflection time in Kotabaru. Her question was, she said she's starting to hate people around her family, her friends. So she doesn't want to join family dinners, New Year celebrations, even for some casual gatherings. So she hates people, doesn't like to see people. She wants to stay inside the room, lock the door, that kind of a life. Then I asked, what meditation do you practice? If you practice meditation, she said, yes. And she said, I've been practicing Anapanasati for some time. And then there was a retreat, one teacher changed to 32 body parts, Asubha. So now she's practicing Asubha at that point. This meditation, Asubha. This meditation. What is Asubha meditation? Looking at the 32 body parts of the body. I have head hair, I have body hair, I have brain, I have eyes, I have kidney, I have heart. So are the other people. Other people also have this thing, that thing. Then I said, change the meditation back again. Go back to the meditation you did before, Anapanasati, and tell me the feedback in 5 to 6 months. And she went back. After 5-6 months, she started developing again a bit of compassion to the family members and to her initially. Why then Asubha meditation is not for everybody? Who should practice this meditation? Asubha. Huh? Monks? So we are demonizing our body, demonizing our body, other people's body.
A dying person.
No. Asubha meditation should be practiced by someone who has lots of sexual desires, lust. cannot control oneself more than the normal level, who cannot manage oneself. That is only for those people. Then who is recommending? A good teacher. You have to approach a good teacher. The good teacher will see you, understand you, check with your practice, and then he or she will recommend you that meditation. It's like a antibiotic. Do you take antibiotics throughout many months? Or only for a certain time, for a certain sickness? The doctor only gives you antibiotic for a certain time, for a certain thing, not more than that. Because if you keep taking, it will affect your good bacteria of the body. And other problems, side effects will come. So Asubha is a kind of an antibiotic. It's not for everybody. So then understanding your character and doing the right meditation is a challenge in your meditation practice. So this is that meditation. Now we go back to our question again. Why Buddha Anussati? And we understand different people have different characters. What are the main characters people have? Can we understand the characters? Do you know the names of characters? Huh? If you don't know your character, I don't think you have a good meditation practice. Huh? That's what I understand. At least you know the names of them. Just leave it there. There are 6 main characters. We call temperaments. Temperaments. Charita. Charita means temperaments. 6 temperaments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first one is Raga character. Raga means very lustful. This is the meditation for them. Who can recommend? A teacher has to recommend this meditation. Right? Don't practice by yourself without a consultation. Perhaps your lust will be a normal lust. The teacher has to understand what you are talking, how you are doing. So, Raga character. Second, Dosa character. That means angry character, always grumpy from morning to evening. If you ask something also get angry. Even for a small thing getting annoyed. Always unleashing anger on other people, always complaining. Whining, complaining, always looking at the wrong side of everything. Even if this is a whiteboard, always looking at the black spot of the whiteboard, not the whole whiteboard, not the gray area. Cannot be easily satisfied. There's a problem, right? So, for Dosa character, the Buddha said, meditation is metta. But our general practice of metta is general. We all need to practice metta. But for an angry person, he or she must pick up metta meditation. Okay? Third one, moha character. Moha character means, how do we understand the moha character? Always forgetful. Put the car key inside the car and then lock the door. Huh? And then say, forget about it. Absent-minded about it. Yeah? They forget about even the small thing. No, I am not talking about the old age. The old age, this can happen too. But sometimes these are not old. Right? But still, because of not organizing oneself. In Buddhism, we have to organize us. What do you mean by becoming an organized person? The Buddha said, karma, doing good karma, is an outcome of an organized person. Why? You have to organize your thoughts, organize your speech, organize your actions. Those who are not organized, they do akusala with words. They don't think before they talk. Those who don't organize their thoughts, they do akusala thoughts. Those who don't organize their actions, they directly go to kill, steal, those things. So that means organizing. There are different types of organizing, but I am saying organizing our behavior. That is number one. So there are people who are not organized at all. Then this is leading to what you call lack of cleanliness, lack of politeness, lack of proper communication. They all lead to many other problems in daily life. So moha means someone who is overly forgetful. We also forget things sometimes, right? We all forget things sometimes, but this person is always forgetting things. Sometimes make a curry, make some food without adding the proper spices. Overcooking sometime, right? Don't understand who is going to eat this food, right? And adding lot of spices, lot of things. Then what are the other things? Absent-minded always. When someone is absent-minded, other people don't trust, don't come on time, always becoming late. I remember there was one person that I know, he was always talking good things, such a very good person, but there's a small bad virtue. Everybody was concerned. What is that? Always getting late. So all the good things were kind of bashed because of this what you call lack of punctuality. That means forgetfulness. We can take delusion, but I would say in layman word, overly forgetful. We all forgetful sometime, but too much. So this person must take breath meditation. Breath meditation can help those people who can, because during the breath meditation you have to catch your breath. You have to catch as it happens. Long breath, catch it. Long breath is going on, arising, staying, going away. When you start catching that, easy to understand your moha character, if you are moha character. Raga, dosa, moha. Then saddha. Saddha character. Saddha character means? Confident. But here, what you call saddha, you can say confident, but there is another side of saddha character. What is it? Easily putting trust on other people. We are not supposed to trust people very fast. If we going to trust people very fast, we will become dissatisfied even for a short thing. We should take time, So we could say on one side a confident character, but I would say an overconfident character. This is not saddha in the other teachings. Now we know saddha, sila. It's not that saddha here. This has a different meaning. Buddhism has a lot of meanings. Pali words, normally Pali words have many contexts, contextual meaning. Now I will give you an example. Evang me sutang ekang samayang. Very familiar word for you? Every sutta has this. Evang me sutang. I have heard. Ekang samayang. Once upon a time, the Buddha was staying in this temple, that temple. This one is samayang means time, in that. But samayang has 9 meanings in Pali. Samayang, Pali word samayang has 9 meanings. So how do we know that this samayang is that samayang? So then That's why we know when you read Pali, let's say we want to learn this paragraph in a sutta. Now this is the paragraphs I want to understand. Only by reading this paragraph we cannot understand what does that particular, now let's say Saddha here, understand. We have to go to the preceding paragraph. We have to go to the following paragraph. Then only we can read well what is this Saddha. That is how we read Pali. Don't just go directly to that particular area. Saddha is trust about the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So this Saddha is someone who is too confident about, overestimating, that kind of a person. So for that person, it is the same breath meditation. Then we have another character called Buddhi character. Buddhi character means, who is Buddhi? Overly rationalizing. Do we rationalize in our life? Do we rationalize? Is this good, bad, good person? So this Buddhi person is overly rationalizing everything around beyond him. Same meditation. Now the Buddha said that people make akusalas. Let's say someone is lying to someone, musavada. There are two liars now, liar A, liar B. Liar A simply lies, not good, but simply lies. Liar B thinks lying is okay, no problem. So that person rationalizing that akusala, Buddha said more bad karma. At least you must accept lying is bad. Right? So rationalizing akusala is creating lot of akusala, lot of bad karma. But sometimes, there may be some times people get bombarded with the understanding. They may make akusala. We have to stop that too. But rationalizing is a problem sometimes, but we need to rationalize in our life, but overly rationalizing character. Number 7, breath meditation. Breath meditation is very important. It helps us to understand where we are. Last one is vitakka character. Vitakka. Vitakka means, how to understand? Ruminating. Ruminating character. What is ruminating? Never can make a decision. Can we go for the restaurant? I don't know. Can we eat this food, that food? Can we make a decision? I don't know. You make the decision. Never be able to make a good decision. Always underestimating oneself. Thinking, not having that ability to make a sound judgment in life. Life choices, family choices, anything. Right? So that is vitakka character. Same, right? So now what I am telling you is something interesting. Sometimes some people have hybrid characters. They may have moha, saddha together. Sometimes saddha, buddhi, vitakka together. Sometimes raga and moha together. So we don't know what is our character unless we are trying to open up with a good teacher. So good teacher is very important. Okay? So that's why before the meditation we have to understand, maybe you can do your own check about who you are, what temperaments you have, also approaching a good teacher. Then the teacher will advise you what meditation to pick up. That's number 1. Then number 2 that I want to discuss is why Buddha Anussati. So if everybody cannot practice breath meditation, as you can see, Kayanupassana, Satipatthana, then definitely they have to find out a way out for this. They can opt out Buddha Anussati, Dhamma Anussati, Sangha Anussati meditations. Actually, just imagine a very simple example. We started with the breath meditation today. We don't have to start with the breath meditation. You can directly go to Buddha Anussati. But what I did was just to give you some calmness. But when we do it in the evening, afternoon time, we don't have to start with Anapanasati. We can directly go to what is Arahang, what is Samma Sambuddha, what is Vijjacharana Sambuddha, so and so forth. So this Ti-Ratana meditations are easy to practice. Very easy. Not like other meditations. Other ones you have to sit, you have to do this, you have to be in this shape, that shape. There are some requirements. Now breath meditation, you must sit down. Right? So one thing is the convenience. Anywhere, anytime you can do it. This convenience for the meditation is very important. Number two is, say for instance, you look at this Buddha statue. Keep your eyes wide open. Look at the Buddha statue. And if you're looking at the Buddha statue, remembering Arahang, Samma, Sambuddha and all these, it is very easy for you to concentrate. So that's a very easy way to get into a meditation. A lot of people say they cannot meditate. Their reference is Vipassana meditation, Anapanasati meditation, maybe Asubha meditation. They were not properly informed. So this is very interesting. I mean, easy means the way, methodology is easy, then the progress is depending on one to one. All right. So, can you remember the Pali word for these meditations? Especially now, you know, can I get someone to erase the whiteboard? Probably. Easy for me. Get a volunteer. Okay, good. Just keep this one for them. Yeah. Yes. No, Vipassana is not actually a meditation. It's a method. It's a method of practicing any meditation. Now, when you do breath meditation, we are looking arising, staying, going, Vipassana. Samatha Vipassana are methods of any meditation. That's why Buddha does not recognize it under the Samma Sati, right mindfulness. Buddha never say practice Samatha Vipassana. But he said this, practice Satipatthanas. But within the Satipatthanas, you can see Samatha method, Vipassana method. But in the 18th, 19th century in Burma, the Burmese monks, they, it was colonized as well. They wanted to respond to the Western colonialization. So they made it as a separate meditation. But in the text, we see it's a method. There are two methods. They are not full-fledged meditations. Full-fledged meditations are Satipatthanas and understanding other Anussatis, other meditations in Buddhism. Okay. Now, what is the Pali word for mindfulness? Sati. I'm writing in a very basic way. Sati. Okay, Sati. What Sati? Samma Sati. What is this? Right. Then mindfulness. That's a bit of question. Is this the good English translation? We also use mindfulness. Because during the meditation, sometimes we fill our mind with the positive thoughts. Sometimes we empty the mind. Are we not emptying the mind sometimes? A lot of thoughts are coming. I want to empty my mind. I want to make it blank today. So if we are emptying our mind sometimes in this sati process, can we use this mindfulness word? A bit of question. But this is coming from the Western mindfulness approach. The John Kabat-Singh's meditation for relaxation. that kind of perspective. But if you look at the text, you can see sati is mostly, we understand as awareness. That's a better translation, but people are not get used to this translation. So I pick up this translation. I pick up mindfulness too, but mindfulness is not the proper translation. Just like awareness. Because in the process of sati, we empty the mind also. If we empty the mind, how to fill the mind? How you say we only fill the mind? Mindfulness. Sometimes we empty the mind. Sometimes we fill the mind. Say for instance, I want to fill my mind with metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha. Say for instance, sometimes my mind is with anger. I want to empty that angry mind. Maybe before I fill the mind with metta. Let's say I have no compassion towards myself and other people. I first have to empty that unkind thoughts, and then I fill with compassion, empathy and all that, sympathy, all that. So I pick up the same, but awareness is better. Now, where are the Buddha Anussati, the recollection of 9 great qualities? Ti-Ratana meditation is going to be a part of. Buddha uses another Pali word for that. It is Anussati. You see sati, but this is Anussati. This is the Pali word Buddha uses for these meditations. Ti-Ratana meditations are taken as Anussati, not sati. What is Anussati? Remember the manner in which the 24 great qualities were presented. Like this. Now you are going to remember the manner. There's a certain manner. What is the manner? What's the manner? Arahang, Sama, Sambuddho, Vijjacharana Sampanno, Sudato, Lokavidu, Anuttaro, Pusidama Sarthi, Sattadi, Manusana, Buddho, Bhagava. Swakato, Sandittiko, Akaliko, Ehipasiko, Panayiko, Pachattang Vetabbo Vinyo Heti. Supatipanno, Ujupatipanno, Nyayapatipanno, Samichi Patipanno, Yaddan Chattari Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho, Ahuneyo, Pahuneyo, Dakhineyo, Anjalikarne, Anuttaram Punyaketna Lokasa. This manner, 9, 6, 9, 24. This manner, we cannot cherry pick. Don't cherry pick. I cannot remember about Arahang, I go to the Bhagava first. I cannot think about Vijjacharana Sampanno, I pick up Satta Deva Manusana. We cannot do that. Because Anussati means we have to understand the manner how they were given. Sati practice, you don't do Anussati. You just basically follow breath meditation. Sampajanya means what you call, full awareness. You just normally practice it. But Anussati, the meditations that we are talking today, they have to be practiced the way how they were given. So I think it's these meditations are really going to work out for all of us. So I think I advise you to practice these meditations. They are really, it's not good to say they are easy. Definitely they are easier than sati practices. But they are also one kind of sati. You know, in the Western mindfulness approach, they have a word for this. They say mini meditations. Or they say sacred pause. Right? So I think this Anussati are good mini meditations. Very interesting. We don't have to do a very big jumbo meditation. A very jumbo one, every day I have to hit this goal. No, mini meditation. Because small meditations will make you a very aware person.
Are you going to collect the 969? Because I actually forgot the 969.
Later we will discuss. I just give a sort of a point here. So I'm just still talking about the importance of the meditations on Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. You don't have to practice all these meditations. Just practice one enough. Just practice Buddha Anussati. Buddha Anussati, the Buddha's path. Okay. Because of the timing. Why should we practice these meditation? Buddha, remembering the Buddha's qualities. The Dhammapada verses 296, 297, 298 mention that the Buddha's disciples who consistently practice the recollection of the triple gem, Buddha, about the Buddha or about the Dhamma, about the Sangha, any meditation, they can awake happily in the morning. I think we all would like to wake up happily. Yeah? Nobody would like to wake up unhappily. Right? And you need to practice meditation happily, not unhappily. Oh, my back pain, my leg pain, too long. Huh? I had to walk now. Don't do like that. Just practice happily. If you cannot sit, stand and do the walking meditation. There's no hardcore rule. You must sit down. You must be like this. That is not what the Buddha said. Buddha said 4 postures. Bring meditation to any posture. Never practice meditation with difficulties, with unhappiness, with disappointments. Immediately change your posture. It is your meditation. It's not my meditation. It's not the BMSM meditation. It's your meditation. So you have to work on it through these guidelines. So Buddha said, when someone practices any of these meditation about the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, they can wake up happily. You know, there is a sutta in the Anguttara Nikaya where Buddha says, if you sleep without practicing a meditation, at that point Devas will not come and help you. If you want to get the help of the Devas, you must do a certain short meditation before sleep. Otherwise, Devas won't help you. Who would like to get the Devas' help here? Everybody. So do a tiny bit of meditation before sleep. Don't sleep with anger. Don't sleep with arguments with other people. Don't sleep with disappointments. There may be disappointments. Who doesn't have disappointments in life? Who doesn't have disagreement in life? We are trying to minimize them with the right people by understanding, talking, communicating, sometimes distancing, but sleep with sort of a short meditation. So Buddha says, if you practice this Buddha Anussati, you can wake up happily. Then, how can one practice Ti-Ratana meditation? I would say Buddha Anussati, meditation on the Buddha. This requires some planning as outlined in the Uposatha Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya 3.70. One can choose to focus on one of the triple gems as they all serve the same purpose. Let's see. A corrupt mind is cleaned by applying an approach. And how is a corrupt mind cleaned by applying an approach? This is very interesting. Now you may have heard different Pali words for the meditation. Samma Sati. You may also have heard different Pali words for the defilement, akusalas. Upakkilesa, asava, then what else? What are the Pali words about akusala? May I know? Would you mind erasing this part too? Yes. These parts. May I know what are the Pali words for akusala so we understand better about our akusala and kusala? What is the first level of our akusala? Very first level. Huh? Rupa? Yeah, I'm asking our akusalas. Akusalas start from a very basic level and then become very full-fledged akusalas. If we know this process, we can minimize easily. So the first level of akusala is called, I did a retreat in Malacca, some of you were there. Don't show me that you don't know about them. Anusaya. Anusaya. Anusaya means latent. Our akusalas are latent by default. By default, we have akusala. Now let me ask you, where are you akusalas now? You are so good people now, huh? Wearing white top, sitting properly, paying in or heeding, giving attention to me. Very good people now. But can you become angry anytime? Can you become jealous anytime? Can you pick on somebody anytime? Can you complain about somebody anytime? You can. Then your akusalas must be somewhere within you. They must be a sort of managed at this point. So the Buddha said, our akusalas are latent, sleeping by default. By default. So we have them. And then what happened? All these are coming from something called asava. This is the first level, asava. Asava means influxes. Influxes, asava. Anusaya, Ti-Ratana. Don't worry about Pali. I think some of you might be very new, but I just tell you some. And Vitikkama. So our first level of akusala is asava, influxing, because of the cause and conditions. So then those asavas initially they are latent, all the time latent until we become enlightened. Sometimes when the right conditions come, they are going to rise slowly. Can I know how you can become angry sometimes? Now let's think about your household. You are very good. You try to defend yourself. Then how do we understand? The moment you understand, your better half doesn't understand you at that point. You want to defend yourself. Hey, understand me. You still don't know me. We've been together for 20 years, but still you don't understand. The moment that you are trying to validate yourself to someone who you think who don't understand you, that means trying to validate yourself to someone who you think doesn't know you very well, your whole thing. So that means, what is the condition when he or she is trying to show that, trying to behave in a way that she doesn't know you? And that condition now come. This anusaya is going to arise now at a certain level. Then Ti-Ratana. Then Vitikkama means that particular anger will become very manifest, very full-fledged. Now you're so angry. You might even throw things. You might even do other things, right? The psychology, they talk about two types of anger: active anger and passive anger. There are some others who are very manifest in the anger, but some others keep the anger and then work with anger. When you ask them, are you angry? No, I'm good. I'm very good. But they have the passive anger. So they act with anger, they don't tell you. That's even more dangerous. If there is an angry man, angry woman who is very honest about anger, much better than the one who is hiding that. It's called passive anger. Anyways, asava is the first level. With that, anusaya, Ti-Ratana, Vitikkama. Then second level, as a consequence of this, then what will happen? Now you will get upakilesa. There are 16 upakilesa. This is the second level of your akusala. This blog post has all the information. If you click on somewhere here, I have hyperlinked them. See, just click on the impurities, corruptions. It will go to the 16 anusaya. Just click on that. You may see them here. Click. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 upakilesa. Okay, all are linked. Okay, then upakilesa. No time to talk all these things. I just let you explore. And then the third level is that now upakilesa. Then it will become an akusala. Akusala process. Akusala means unskillful. But there is another something that we need to know called papancha. Papancha. This Pali word is used to understand the whole akusala process. We call them mental proliferation. Okay. So now if you are really concerned about your mental health, you should be very careful about this part. This will be taken care already at that point. Try to understand your akusala at the level of asava. Okay. Now the Buddha says we can use another Pali word to overcome our akusala in this sutta with regard to the Buddha Anussati meditation. What is that Pali word? Buddha says upakkama. Upakkama means approach. When akusala is coming to us as asava, influxes, if we know our approach, if we bring a good approach, we can overcome it on the spot, outrightly. Now let's see what is the approach Buddha is advising us to overcome our all akusalas. Any akusala. Let's go and check it out here. If when a noble disciple recollects the blessed one, now you understand Anussati. Anussati as the Buddha Anussati. You are going to reflect about the Buddha's qualities. Then what will happen to you? Buddha is Arahang, Buddha is Samma Sambuddha. This Buddha has Vijacharana Sampanna, Buddha is Sugata, Buddha is Lokavidu, Buddha is Anuttaro Pusadhamma Sarati, and Buddha is Satta Devamanussanang, and Buddha is Buddhu and Bhagava. Now you are going to remember these 9. Then what happens? As you recollect the Buddha with these 9 great qualities, your mind becomes clear. What is the most important in terms of the meditation? Clarity. Clarity is number 1. Put your mind. The most important thing in any meditation is clarity. Clarity comes when you concentrate. Okay? Then what happens? When your mind is clear, then gladness arises. Gladness. I think that's enough, I think. This is okay. Yeah. It's okay. Clarity arises. How clarity arises? The more you think about the Arahang Samma Sambuddhu, Vijacharana Sampanna, all that, more clarity is going to come up. As a matter of this clarity, then gladness, Pali word is pamojja. Pamojja is going to arise. Clarity, gladness. Then what happens? And your upakilesas, mental corruptions are, we call upakilesas, are given up. Then your upakilesas are going to be overcome by you simply because of thinking about the Buddha. But thinking about the Buddha doesn't mean when you get scared, itipiso bhagavaran samma sambuddho vijjacana sampanna, not knowing what they are. Right? A lot of people do like that. When they got scared, they just keep uttering it as a mantra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma. Then you are getting more scared. Your fear will double, triple, quadruple. You don't know what it is. It's like the Dajagga Sutta, right? Remember Dajagga Sutta? Dajagga Sutta, remember? There's a sutta called Dajagga. In the Sangyutta Nikaya, in this Dajagga Sutta, the Buddha narrates a story to other monks. There was a time Deva and Asura got into a fight. Actually, they fight all the time. Then what happened? Most of the time, Asura wins the game. Deva are defeated. Think about who are these Asuras? They were initially living in the Tavatins, heaven. But then because they drank certain alcoholic stuff, Sakka chased them out. They are very angry about the Devas after that point. They were part of Apayana, hells. Then what happened? Time to time they are fighting. But what happened? One day the head of the Devas, Sakka or Indra, told other Devas, if you come up with fear, terror, horripilation, goosebumps, butterflies, negative emotions in the war with Asuras, you can do something to feel okay. You don't need to be bad about those people. In case you come up with a certain fear about Asuras, horripilation or any mental negativities, you need to look at the top of my flag, Sakka's flag, that is attached to his cart. In case you feel very uncomfortable in the war, look at the top of my flag. Then other Devas know Sakka is also in the battlefield. It's like something similar, when there is a war, when the president of that country lands in the war field, other soldiers become moralized. The president also with us, we have to fight, right? That moral thought. The soldiers become more moralized. But after thinking about my flag, about me, still your fear is to come. Still you are getting feared, scared. Then you must think about another Deva called Pajapati. This is the second highest Deva in the Tavatins, Pajapati. Pajapati is also in the battlefield. Look at his flag, the top of the flag. And then, but after thinking about Pajapati Deva, still your fear is to come arise. Then look at another Deva called Varuna. Also a very powerful Deva who sit with Sakka in the Tavatinsa's Sudamma assembly. But if you think that still, after thinking about Varuna, still you are getting scared, still you feel very scared in the war, you think about another Deva called Isana. Look at his flag, they all are in the battlefield. But then, all the Devas are still scared in the war. Then they said to the Buddha, Bhante, still we are scared to war with, fight with the Asuras. They are more powerful. They have a very tremendous strength in the war. Then the Buddha said, no wonder all these people take the Sakka. Still Sakka has Raga, Dosa, Moha. He still has Raga, Dosa, Moha. So when you are scared because you have lust, you have anger, you have delusion. So how come someone who has the same problems going to help you? It's like you going to a psychologist for a problem. You hear psychologist also has the same problem like you. You go see a doctor, you have diabetes. The doctor also say, don't worry, I trust you, I also take this medication, I also have diabetes. You take it, it's okay. And you feel like, what is this? You're going for somebody to get a help, but the person who is going to help also affected by this problem. But doctor might say, no, take the metformin. It's okay, I also take the metformin. No problem, no side effects. But these are individual problems. So then the Buddha said, there's no purpose of thinking about Sakka, Pajapati, Varuna, Isana. All these people have Raga, Dosa, Moha. Think about the Buddha. Think about me. Whenever you have a fear, any fear, exam fear, family fear, life fear, fear for sicknesses, fear for other people, think about me. Buddha is Arahant. Not that Buddha is Arahant. Why is the Buddha Arahant? That is what we are going to discuss after this, before the lunch. Why Buddha is Samma Sambuddha? Why Buddha is Vijjacharana Sampanna? Why Buddha is Sugata? Why Buddha is Lokavidu? Why Buddha is Sattadiya Manusana? Why Buddha is Anuttaru Pusadhammasada? Why Buddha is Buddha? Why Buddha is Bhagavan? Understand why, not merely uttering these words like a mantra. A lot of Buddhists would like to say mantras. Metta is also mantra for them. Karuna also mantra. Nothing is mantra in Buddhism. Mantra is in Hinduism. They are in Hinduism. In early Buddhism, we should have to do something, an approach. So the Buddha said, whenever you think about my great qualities, your fears, your horripilations, your terror, your mental stress must go away. But sometimes, even by thinking about my great qualities, still some other people go through these issues. Is it Buddha's problem or those people's problems? Is it their problem? Because they have different characteristics like this. Then the Buddha said, if by thinking about my qualities, your fear, your terror, your goosebumps, your mental stress, depression still with you, then you must choose the Dhamma's 6 great qualities. Why is Dhamma Swakata? Why is Dhamma Sandittika? Why is Dhamma Akalika? Why is Dhamma Ehipassika? Why is Dhamma Opanayika? Why is Dhamma Pachattang Vetabhuvin? Now, don't think that Dhamma should be is stronger than the Buddha, because some people, they are going through different issues. That's why they have to go to Dhamma. Sometimes, even after reflecting about the Dhamma, still the fears are coming to some people. Stress, negativities, they come. Then the Buddha said, then choose the 9 great qualities of the Sangha members. Supatipanna, Ujupatipanna, Nyayapatipanna, Samichapatipanna, Ahuneya, Pahuneya, Dakkineya. Then Anuttara Punyaket. Let me tell you a story. Remember what happened to Mahapajapati Gotami. This is given in the Dakkina Vibhanga Sutta. Mahapajapati Gotami was Buddha's stepmother, Mahamaya Devi's sister. After Maya Devi passed away, so King Suddhodana married to Mahapajapati Gotami. She became a nun, you know the story, it's a long story. And just before she passed away, she came to the Buddha and told the Buddha, Bhante, I hand made a robe. She made a robe. I want to offer to you. What did the Buddha say? Don't offer to me personally. Don't offer this robe to me personally. She's an arahant, not a normal devotee, normal nun. Buddha said, give it to the Sangha members. Sanghe Gotame Dehi, Sanghe Gotame Dehi. When you give to the Sangha, I am also part of that inheritance of this offering. That means Buddha is a part of Sangha. Later on, some of the texts, they separated Buddha from Sangha. That's why it is said, when you give a dana, give it to Buddha and the Sangha together. Right? So that means Sangha is not somebody above the Buddha. Buddha is part of the Sangha fellowship. Right? So then the Buddha said, in case you still have the fear, negative stress problem, you can think about Sangha members' qualities. Now what does it say? That means these meditations, meditation on the Buddha or Dhamma or Sangha, they are very, very important meditations for our daily problems, our daily activities. Sometimes when you go to practice a different, very higher meditation, you need lots of time. Sometimes you will become different in that practice. But this meditation, according to Buddha, easy, and then on one side, as Sister Anne said, we become very grateful to the Buddha. Sometimes some people's Dhamma practice also don't go well. Why is it? They don't have enough gratitude about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So whatever they learn, they go to the head part. I'm bad in drawing, huh? Only in the head Dhamma. Nothing goes to the heart. Why? Because they don't practice this Buddha Anussati, Dhamma Anussati, Sangha Anussati. We must have some level of Saddha. Saddha also comes from these meditations. Alright, now you understand the background, the importance. Now let's understand the first 9, Buddha's qualities. Would you mind? Yes, maybe the whole thing. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, all, everything. Yeah. Okay, till he raises the board, we understand 9 great qualities. Now let me ask you, lot of translation translate Arahant to be the worthy one, but this is not enough, this is not clear. So I go back to my text here, I will give you a very what you call clear point of view about this Arahant. Yeah, Arahant, click on that. Why Buddha is Arahant? Okay. First thing is breaker of the spokes of the wheel of samsara. This is why Buddha is Arahant in the first place. What do you mean by is samsara a wheel? How many wheels do we have? Spokes. You know the Dhammachakra. Dhammachakra, whatever, maybe 8. Some Dhammachakra come out, spokes have come out. Right. Don't know how the wheel is going to turn now. Spokes come out. You see some Dhammachakras, how can this become a wheel? These spokes must be inside. So this is Dhammachakra. But we are talking Sansara Chakra. So Buddha is Arahant in the first place because he broke the spokes of Sansara. This Sansara Chakra, this is where we are going. We are going, being born in 31 places. He broke the spokes. Right? That is why he is Arahant in the first place. Second, destroy the akusala enemies, wielding the weapon of wisdom. Now even in our life, how to work with our akusala enemies? Can we become angry? I am becoming jealous now. I know on the way I'm on the way of becoming angry now. How to overcome that anger? What is the first question you should ask when you notice you becoming angry? What has happened to you? What is happening to me now? I think I'm getting angry. You ask, Brian, what is happening to you? What is happening to me now? Something I know I'm not becoming angry, I'm becoming on the way to become angry. That means we need lots of wisdom, this wisdom to destroy our akusala enemies. Upakkilesa, asava, whatever, papancha, anything. We need a wisdom. What is our wisdom? In the process of understanding Buddha's qualities, I also want to tell you a couple of other teachings. Wisdom is also a very panya, very contextual word. There are many wisdom. I would tell you 2 main wisdom in Buddhism. Lay people wisdom and the lofty wisdom. This is Arahant one. Don't think about this one. People get bombarded with this one, but lay people have a different wisdom. Pattakama Sutta. What is your wisdom that you need to cultivate? Tell me. As lay people. The Buddha said, if lay people, you are lay people, you know, monastic. If you want to be wise in your life, you need to get rid of 5 things. First, abhijja. I would maybe write in English. Greed for what you have. We call abhijja. And greed for what other people have called Visama Loba. This is number one. That means if you want to become wise as a layperson, you must overcome the greed part. What is this greed part? Some people misunderstand. This is also an English problem. Attachment versus greed. In Buddhism, attachment is embedded. What do you mean by being embedded? Now you all may have mother, father, right? Maybe they might have passed away also. Maybe you have loved ones. Can you keep your loved ones without a certain attachment to them? Emotional attachment? You cannot. Let's say you like to eat certain food. So you have to develop a certain, not from English. In Pali, Buddha says attachment is not a problem. It is embedded in the sensual pleasures. But the problem is if you develop the sensual pleasures into the greed level, that's a problem. For our lunch today, I want this food. Without that, I'm not going to eat my food. And I'm going to blame everybody who prepared the food here. If I want to sightsee, I want to go to this place only. If you bring me other places, I'm going to, explode. That is greed. If you want to be with me, you must be like this. Otherwise, I'm not going to be with you. That kind of greed. You are going to manipulate, control. You don't know where you should end up. You don't listen to other people. You don't give some space to other people. But attachment is, So here, if you want to become wise as a layperson, the first thing is try to limit your greed for what you have, your money, your loved ones, education, what other things, material possessions, houses, money, vehicles, anything. Just enjoy them, all of them. There's no limit of earning money. Earn money as you wish, but never bring greed to that money. Never bring greed to those loved ones. Overcome greed for what you have. Visamaloba means greed for what other people have. There are some other people, they are very greedy about not what they possess, but what other people possess. Sometimes some people say, they hear things like from another person, you know what, that person bad mouth about you. Has that happened to you? Someone like that somewhere bad mouth. You understand? I don't know that person. I haven't met. But why that person bad mouthing about me? Because that particular person, unknown person, doesn't like what you have. Become very greedy. I wish I would possess what you have. When I cannot, I complain, I bad mouth about you. But you don't know, I bad mouth about you to other person. So this is a problem. Who cares what other people have? This understanding is very interesting. But this understanding is a part of wisdom. That's number one. Not having greed for what we have, possess what other people have. Abhijja Vyapada. Second is Visamalo, Vyapada. Vyapada means ill will. Not having thoughts of ill will. What is ill will? Destroying thoughts of other people. Character assassination, destroying other people's reputation, bad mouthing, all these are ill will based things. We have to always think good about other people. It is said that Buddha didn't have, you can see that. See here, another explanation is the Buddha never engages in any akusala even in secret. Secret. What about you from morning to evening? Are you making sure that you all have kusala thoughts? You never show to other people. Huh? How many people you are killing in secret? Morning to evening. I'm so angry about that thing. but I am not manifesting myself. That means we should not even have an akusala even in secret. So vyapada means that ability not to have ill will. Then tina midda. Tina midda means laziness about chitta cetasika. Because energy is a very big problem in our Dhamma practice. I always mention that. Sometimes there are people who know Dhamma but still do the bad karmas. Why is it? And then after that say, you know what, I made a mistake today. I know this is bad, but still do the bad karma. Why is it? They haven't managed their virya. They don't have samma, vayama, what do you call, right effort. That means we have to maintain our energy all the time if we want to become good people as much as we want. So I would normally use a word for that. Don't become too excited about Dhamma practice. Don't become too lazy about your Dhamma practice. They are extremes. And without falling into become too excited, too lazy, find this, work on for this. Effortless effort. This is the ideal state. You are not trying, but there is a certain endeavor. You are not becoming lazy, but you are trying to be energetic. Finding that perfect balanced state in your virya, that will help you not to become part of tina midda. Right? Then uddacha kukkucha. Uddacha means restlessness of the mind. Mind should be restful. Say for instance someone who came to today's retreat did not sleep well last night properly and come here and meditate and then complain to other people, I cannot meditate. What is the point of view of that? You must sleep well before you come, right? So that means we have to rest our mind. Kukkucha means remorse. What is remorse? Is remorse very important? Or do we need any guilty pleasures? Is remorse is becoming regretful important in order for us to make us better? Yes, even animals become remorseful. Dogs, cats, especially dogs, they become very remorseful for something they do. Why do we need to be regretful sometimes? To understand our mistakes. But don't stay in that state of mind, because if you keep staying, you will create dosa. Why? Why did I do that? I was such a bad, stupid person. Then you are blaming yourself. That self-blame will create some dosa. But for a moment of time, just understand, yeah, I did that. That's not nice. I should not do it. Make it a motivational effort at that point. Other than that, don't live in kukku, don't dwell in kukkucha. Not nice. But kukkucha is also important sometimes. Finally, vichikiccha. Doubts. Yeah, we all have doubts. What to do with the doubts? Go and ask from the right person. Don't keep them to you. What if that you die with lot of doubts about the Dhamma teachings? Unfortunately, when there are monks coming, speakers, we go to Vihara, but you never ask, you are very shy, yeah? Oh, no. Other people might. Never die with doubts. Go ask them. Then you clear out your problems, Dhamma problems. Then you don't have vichikiccha. So then lay people become wise by practicing the opposite of these. This is Nibbana. This is the highest level of wisdom, but this one must be there in the first place. Okay. So then Buddha destroyed all the akusala enemies with wisdom. That is one interpretation of Arahant. So when you think about why is the Buddha Arahant? Buddha broke the spokes of the wheel of samsara. Buddha destroyed akusala enemies with his wisdom. and then Buddha is eligible to accept requisites from anybody, and Buddha never does akusala even in secret. This must come to your mind. Not that Arahang Samma Sambuddha. Arahang, all these four contexts must come to you. That is the meditation. With our time, we will go to Samma Sambuddha. You can see Buddha fully knew what he needed to be known, needed to know. He realized everything what he wanted to be realized. He gave up everything that needed to be give up. He realized again, and then he developed what is to be developed. So that's why he is Samma Sambuddha. Right? Vijja Charana Sampanna. I think we will stop at this point for the dana. Vijja Charana Sampanna. It is said the Buddha has 8 great knowledges, 8 great knowledges and 15 charanas. Knowledge and practice. When some people want to learn Dhamma, they only get stuck with the knowledge part, aren't they? They only go listen to Dhamma talks, Dhamma sharing, but they never think about the practice side. This practice side is very important. Now today I am going to show you a couple of them, depending on the time. Let's leave about the knowledges part. Let's take a couple of them. Let's take the third one that is going to be relevant to our dana in a moment of time. This is a practice. If you are a Buddhist who really want to follow the Buddha teaching, you must incorporate most of them. Let's take the third one, knowing the proper extent regarding the food. Bojane Mattanya. What is the thing that Buddha is concerned about the food? Normally people are very much concerned about what food to be eaten. That's what we understand, right? If you look at the people, they want to look at religious teachings about what food to be eaten. Oh, you are a vegan, are you a vegetarian? Are you, who else? Omnivorous? Are you herbivorous? But this is not, yes, if you can, it's okay, it's good. That's no problem. But the Buddha's concern is not about what food you are eating, how much you eat. Portion. Mattanyuta means portion, how much food you eat. That means as a Buddhist, you cannot overeat. Because we cannot decide what food must be eaten by different people. If you go to the northern area of the world, Russia, even Canadian cities, they cannot eat vegetables. They don't have access to vegetables. They eat food in that part. I'm not saying it is good or bad. What I'm saying is what is happening in the world. So Buddha is concerned about how much food. Now let me ask you, because I know there are very, very clear teachings in the suttas, how much are we supposed to eat? Let me ask you, how much food should we eat for a meal? There's a sutta called Donapaka Sutta. Donapaka Sutta. In this sutta, Samyutta Nikaya, King Kosala approaches the Buddha. But the Buddha sees he's very uncomfortable. He's going here, there, he falls asleep while he's talking. The Buddha asks, what's happening to you? Then he said, Bhante, I'm eating a lot because my cook is making lots of food for me. So I normally eat 4 bowls of rice plates. And then the Buddha said, that's not a good idea. If you want to follow the Dhamma, you must leave 4 to 5 mouthful of food and drink water instead. That is the Buddhist way. But the cultural idea is you must fill the tummy with lots of food, isn't it? All the cultures, Asian cultures mostly, hey, you have to eat. So Buddha said 4 to 5. Chattaro pancha alope abutva udakampive. Pali. Chattaro, number 4, pancha, number 5, Alope means food, they were using hand. Alope. Abhutva, not eaten 4 to 5 morsel of food. Then udakang, water, drink water. This means Buddha is the greatest dietitian. Buddha knew this problem. Now WHO and all these people are suggesting, recommending in another 15 to 20 years, the biggest problem, health problem is going to be obesity in the world. Because people eat lots of food nowadays compared to their predecessors. Predecessors didn't have lots of food, money problem, access to food. So the Buddha said, leave 4 to 5 morsels and then drink water. In comparison to your own tummy, because you are the one who knows how much food you've been having. Leave 4 to 5 morsels of food, drink water. Why? Then there is a very interesting thing coming up. The Buddha said, if you eat like that, you will age slowly. Who would like to age slowly? Tell me. Anti-aging method. Now who would say, life is anicca, we will go get old. That is another teaching. That's the life, we all have to embrace that. But does it mean that we have to get sick? We have to die soon? No. Because if we live longer, we can do more good karma, right? Age slowly. The Buddha said, sanikang ayum jiranti. That means Buddha recommended to age slowly. You may be in your 30s, but you look like in 50s. You may be in your whatever age, because you have given lots of pain to your body. So body becomes so old now. That means Buddha is the first one who talks about rejuvenation, anti-aging. Now every product has anti-aging. Even the soap, you get a soap, anti-aging soap. Anti-aging. So eat less. Eat less. That's the secret. When you eat less, more transformation, more akusalas can be gone. If you eat more akusalas are coming. Right? So this is this is a practice. Charana sampanno, vijja charana. One of the charanas is knowing the proper extent regarding the food. How many of you were informed about this up to this moment? Tell me. How many of you have been really, unless you have a big sickness, doctor say you cannot eat this much, then only you are going to be very much managing your food. Otherwise, as a Buddhist, Buddha clearly mentioned about bhojane mattanyuta, because he does it in his own way, and we have to do it. It's better for us. So this is one of the charts. So no time to discuss all these things, but you have the note, the blog post you can read. Perhaps in our Q&A in the afternoon we can discuss a little bit with our questions. So then when you understand Buddha has 8 knowledges, 15 charanas, where one charana is eating, moderation in food, you understand this is the Buddha. So your mind becomes clear, gladdens, and that gladdening mind will abort, overcome all the upakilesas, asavas, akusalas. That's what we want. All right, so then once again our retreat today highlights about the importance of practicing Buddha's 9 great qualities. We have a Pali word for that, Buddha Anussati, Anussati about the Buddha. So we are going to practice again. So I hope you got the background knowledge about this meditation, why Buddha Anussati, why is it important. And it is not just a meditation, it is also something that we can practice in our daily life about food and many other things. All right, with that thing now we are going to wrap this up, our morning talk from here. May all the good karmas we be making now up to this moment be helpful and support you, follow us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now what's happening is that we all are making way to the dana hall. and there are chairs over there, and I hope that you got this mindful reflection too. There are two sides. One is the eating reflection, and the other side is the gratitude part, blessing part for the people who prepare the dana. So BMSM Samadhi Vihara has tirelessly worked on all these aspects. So let's have a mindful dana, and after the dana there is a rest from 12:15 to 1:30. I hope some of you can help cleaning the dana things too, if you would like to. And then after that 1:30, please be here by 1:30. But during the time, don't strike up unnecessary non-virtuous conversations. Just try to practice your meditation. Probably walking meditation might be the best at that point, because you might be sleepy. You can understand those who are going to be sleepy who must have eaten a lot, overeaten. One indication. So do walking meditation. Just go around this temple. Probably some of you are new to this temple. Seems to be a little bit bigger temple here. Just go check out Bodhi tree, pagoda, or those places. But be here by 1:30 for the Q&A. And for the interviews, I think the document is with Sister Satima. If you want to make an appointment, so approach her. Okay, so have a mindful dana. So we will all make our way to the dana hall now. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.